Summer Game Fest, and indeed the Game Awards, are often a very good example of how a presentation can actually have a lot of really good stuff in it, but if that stuff is surrounded by too much less good stuff, it still brings the whole thing down. It's like it almost doesn't matter how big those announcements are if the rest of it is just it's like as you go, you forget about the good stuff. You can't like hold on to that hype and let it kind of build up and be like, wow, this is great, this is great, this is great. Just if you lose that equilibrium, you spend too much time just kind of staring at the screen with your mouth hanging open slightly. Like this, I don't want to say this was a bad show. If you look at all the cool stuff, like there was cool stuff in there. There was just too much less cool stuff. I guess that's it. Just as a presentation, it was really lacking. It really just felt so long and so boring. And really, I think so much of the problem is the multiplayer shooters. I don't want to let them get to me too much because like they're inevitable, you know? It's like life and suffering. It is inevitable. So it's about how you take it. You don't have to let every multiplayer shooter in a presentation hurt you that much. The problem is I have my limits, and it reaches this point where just I'm falling asleep. Like my brain just starts to shut down every time I see one. It's nothing new. It's just, I don't know, whatever. Let's just talk about the highlights. Because again, there's stuff to talk about. I've got a pretty darn big list of, well, these aren't all games that I think are cool, more just things I have something to say about. But whatever, Mortal Shell 2 looks cool. I'm a sucker for this gross, like grotesque, dark fantasy thing. I don't know. They're kind of a dime a dozen now, and yet like I like weird creature designs. I really do, and it looks fun. The gameplay looks interesting. It's kind of it's kind of third person shooter. It's kind of like action RPG-ish kind of thing. I don't know if it is an RPG or not. If it's just action, I'm not 100% sure. I'll be into it. I often do need just some extra little thing to get me hooked in. Pure action, maybe not. I don't know. It does look cool, though. The gameplay looks cool. The creatures look cool. It looks cool. Death Stranding 2, I'm going to set aside my own personal opinions or lack thereof of the games of the series and just say, could they have picked a worse clip to play? Like, just like a really mostly very quiet, dramatic scene between two people where very little happens, and then of course Kojima comes on and they just like talk about it for a super long time. I mean, I don't know. Just for a presentation like this, considering the audience, I think you might have maybe pick a slightly more lively one next time. I don't know. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds looks good. They revealed some cool characters. You got Joker, Ichiban. So that was fun. The thing is, there have been some rumors going around about some potential characters coming to the game, and there was one that we were all kind of waiting for, and it didn't happen. It ended up being Steve, but that was another one of the rumored characters. So I think we're pretty much. I don't know. I haven't looked it up. I haven't seen if it's like a real leak, if it's like basically a guarantee, but it's basically a guarantee now. I won't say who that other character is, but Minecraft Steve is going to be in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I don't know how I feel about it, so I guess I'll just put it down for now. End of Abyss looks very cool. Very, very cool. It's kind of got the the vibe of like, moody cinematic platformers, like those kinds of games and Little Nightmares and stuff. It's kind of got that mood, but it's got shooting, and I don't know if this is like really its primary gimmick or if this is just something they showed off in the trailer or what. But like these big nasty like flesh monsters, you shoot them and like pieces break off, and like those pieces are like more monsters. I'm sold. I think there's so much you could do with that idea, especially in a nasty horror setting. I love it. I'm 100% sold. I can't wait to play this. So that was a highlight. Here's another highlight. Felt That Boxing. I follow Ryan Cornell on social media, and he creates these like Unreal Engine tech demos, like these like basically like motion controlled digital puppetry, and they this very particular monstery, sort of almost Muppety but kind of weird style. Just these really amazing creations and really great I don't know, just digital puppetry tools. Makes you really excited about the future of digital puppetry. And apparently the stuff that he's been working on is now being made into a game called Felt That Boxing, and it looks very silly and very cool. I had no idea about any of this. It's really, really cool just to see these little like clips that he'll put on social media, seeing that turned into a full game. One of the absolute best parts of the show, even if I'm going to be on the receiving end of jokes about it for quite a bit. Then we had a pair of games, both of which I don't think I will ever play because I just tend to not play like co-op games. I think it's a cool idea. It's just like, I mostly play games alone, so I could in theory get someone to play with, but it's a step I never seem to take, so I probably won't play them. But they both look really, really incredibly good. Out of words, I am just a sucker for stop motion. I love it when people take stop motion and translate it into a video game. So yeah, the art style looks really good. The animated stuff looks really incredibly good. And then you have Lego Voyagers, which it's just really cute. It's like you each play is just a little Lego block, but you can move pieces around to like build together, to like, it shows a part where you're like kind of building a thing whatever, you build stuff. Like you can build just kind of anything, all of the different scenarios that they put you through. It just seems to be a lot of unique stuff, a lot of just unique uses of the idea, and it just looks really delightful, especially the atmosphere. This really just calm, gentle atmosphere looks really genuinely great. I mean, this is an official Lego thing, and most of their Lego stuff is all really wacky. I mean, as we'll see, there's another Lego thing later, but this is really its own kind of thing. I really appreciate. Oh boy, Lies of P Overture. Ooh boy, it looks good. It looks incredibly good. I only like I've tried not to watch like the first reveal trailers. And then recently I saw like a little bit of gameplay, and then now I couldn't stop myself. I had to watch this one, and it looks incredible. It's so much new content, so many new bosses, and the base game focused way more on like big robots. I mean, there was monster, whatever. There was a good spread of stuff, but this seems to be leaning way more into just weird, wacky monsters. And then Shadow Drop. I don't need this. I don't need this right now. The Switch 2 just launched. There's all of this other coverage, Summer Game Fest coverage, all this stuff to talk about, all this work to do, all these games to play. You can't Shadow Drop Lies of P Overture on me. Ooh, I don't know when I'm going to be able to play it, but I can't wait. Even though I don't think I play these games and I love these games, and I never remember to save a file before going to New Game Plus, so I may have to play this on New Game Plus. Why do I do this to myself? Then we finally, see, this is what I'm talking about. Look at all this good stuff. This is great stuff. Mina the Hollower. Golly, we've been waiting a long time for this game. Like, it's, like Game Boy Zelda styled, but it looks amazing. And it's coming out on my birthday. We finally got a release date. It's finally coming out this year, and on my birthday. Can you believe it? Trailer looked really great. Really showed off a lot of just brand new areas and ideas that I don't believe we've seen before. Really just makes it feel like a big old game. It's really just looking like a big old game, and I'm definitely gonna play it on Switch too. Even like looking at the Game Boy, it's really, apart from being widescreen, it looks like native Game Boy resolution, which is a little hard, stretched out on the whole entire screen. So yeah, I'll definitely have it on my on my Switch too, held away from my face a bit. No, looks amazing though. Then they revealed a VR Deadpool game, and you know, the only thing I have to say about that is you've got a mainstream property like Deadpool making a Silk Song joke. That's cool. That's cool. That's good. That's good for Silk Song. It's achieved that kind of status. On that topic, no Silk Song. No Silk Song. There was even more stuff today. There was like another like Steam update or something. But no Silk Song. You know what? If we have a direct next week, maybe that'll be it. Eh? I was joking on the stream. If I were them, I wouldn't even do it like, I wouldn't even give it like a new trailer. I would just do it. I just hit the button. Just release it. Like wait till the time of night or time of the day when the least people on Earth are awake and just publish it. Just do it. Just hit the button. See what happens. Then they revealed a new Scott Pilgrim game, Scott Pilgrim EX. I haven't played the original, but like everybody was freaking out about it in chat. So like, that's awesome. Brand new Scott Pilgrim game. There you go. See? There's another good thing. There's another good thing. There's plenty of good stuff here. Just doesn't feel like it. Just because so much of it is not amazing. Anyway, so Resident Evil is the name on everybody's lips this Summer Game Fest. All the rumors pointed to a Resident Evil 9 reveal. So Maggie Robertson, who played Lady Dimitrescu, referred to here incorrectly as simply voice actor. That Muppet performers get that all the time. Matt Vogel is not the voice of Kermit. He's the performer because it is the voice and is the action. You can't just say she's a voice actor. She's not the voice of Lady Dimitrescu. Whatever. So she comes on and it's like, oh, what's going on? Some sort of fun Resident Evil thing. Is this it? And then it turns out that it's to advertise a sale. And then it ends, and it's like, okay, that's a little weird. It's like, Capcom has sales all the time. This is not special. I mean, like, is this just like the cheapest their games have ever been or something? Because, like, yeah, like Capcom games, they frequently go on sale. You can get them cheap all the time. Like, okay, so that wasn't it. Okay, maybe they will still announce it. And this is like the best sale ever to get everybody to play the old games because the new game is going to look so, you know, you start all these mind games just trying to rationalize why it might still happen, even though it doesn't seem likely that it's going to happen. It really did seem like that was just kind of it. Then they showed off 007 First Light. Well, no, see, they mentioned 007 First Light, and it was a little bit interesting because a lot of people are really looking forward to seeing more on the game. And I'm sure they are going to reveal more on the game later. But it was just kind of funny to be like, see, you got a taste of this at the PlayStation thing. Now you're going to get an even smaller taste. And we are announcing Hitman 007 crossover starring Mads Mikkelsen. And now we're going to bring him on stage. He's the celebrity today, and we're gonna just like talk about this Hitman crossover thing just for like minutes and minutes. Slightly strange. So then, yeah, another Lego game, Lego Party. I mean, Nintendo doesn't own that party games. But wow, it really is just Lego Mario Party. It just is. That's all. That is precisely what it is. It's basically a carbon copy of Mario Party, but Lego. So there you go. Another highlight for me, maybe the highlight. Ill. First-person shooter, horror, creepy, gross things walking around. They attack you. You shoot them. It's all bloody. It's scary. Just looks good. You know, on paper, it's got nothing going for it. On paper, it's just what I just described. That kind of game, dime a dozen. But it just looks good. I love the designs of these creatures. I love how the trailer gives little tastes of like much more big and grotesque versions of them. It looks scary, but like a little bit silly. Just plain old looks good. I want to play that game. Infinitesimals, you know, it's the grounded Honey, I Shrunk the Kids kind of thing, but it's way more of a sci-fi take on it. The little bits of gameplay they showed off felt a little bit rough, maybe a little bit clunky. But that's the kind of thing that can be, worked on. And of course, I won't know how it plays until I get it in my hands. I love the look of it though. Like just a really super interesting look. I mean, I always love stuff about little people down in, it's Pikmin. It's that I've always loved that kind of thing, even since I was a kid. Zooming in on our natural world and seeing that, like, to a small thing, it basically is like a big jungle. I love that stuff. Just looks great. Art style looks great. I love how it looks. So then Resident Evil comes back on and it's like, oh, what? Okay, here we go. Here's a little bit more. That's okay. So clearly they didn't just get Maggie for the sale. There's more to this. Oh, what's this? Jun Takeuchi comes on to give us an update on the next game. Here we go. And what does he say? He says, sorry, not yet. The anniversary is next year, and we are working on the new game, but we're not ready. But don't worry, you'll see more in the blink of an eye. And the happiness just drains from me. And it's so late into the show. This really slow show. It's so late into the show. And that's real. It's Silk Song and it's Resident Evil. And it's not happening. And it is sad. And now we're just like wading through the multiplayer shooters, just wading. We're just through the sludge. It's up to our necks. They don't stop. Each one could be the next best game ever. I just don't know. All I see is that it's a multiplayer shooter and my brain is getting full of them. Fortunately, there was another highlight, Into the Unwell. Again, the gameplay, I'm a little bit iffy on. I really don't know. It's got some like basic third-person kind of action, and then some like platforming elements, which is, I like platformers. Point is though, that style, that is one of those rare games that just kind of, I don't know, it jumps out of the screen and smacks me in the face. Just this style is absolutely unique. It's got that like old style, Steamboat Willie old animation kind of feel to it. But then it mixes in like a lot more modern, like really over the top Ren and Stimpy-ish kind of stuff. And it's got this weird, wiggly, loose kind of style. Just remarkably unique. So this one is absolutely on my radar now. And then Jeff Keighley comes on again. One last time. We got one more reveal. This is from, he keeps it pretty vague. The way he was saying it kind of made it sound like it was like a brand new IP or something. I don't know, whatever. He's just like, here's the last game. And we get this really long cinematic intro. There's some sort of case, investigators or something, and there's a woman, and she's being put on a job. And then eventually you get, here's this town. It looks like it's been destroyed. Here's the ruins of RPD. Here's the headless statue. Oh my golly. This is Resident Evil 9. Oh man, you can say that about Summer Game Fest. You can say that, like that fake out. The double fake out. That's hardcore. Telling us that you'll have to wait a little longer and meaning at the end of this presentation, that is legendary right there. That deserves to go down in history. That right at the end of the show. I don't want to say you saved it, but you really did. You came in clutch. So Resident Evil 9 got announced, and I guess I might as well talk about it here. I considered doing a whole entire video, but I probably shouldn't. I'll just kind of sum it up right now. Not starring Leon. Humongous surprise. I was absolutely wrong. It felt completely inevitable. Instead, it's starring like the daughter of a character from Outbreak, which is, I haven't even played Outbreak, so you have like not even a mainline game, not like one of the more like numbered, more popular ones. Yeah, the daughter of one of those characters is the main character. It takes place in like the ruins of Raccoon City. I don't know exactly where on the timeline. I don't know if this is like a big time skip or if this is just, it's just how it looks like. It got like bombed at the end of like 2 and 3, right? So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how far in the future it takes place. Shadow of Rose DLC for Resident Evil 8 took place a good few years in the future. I don't know if they're going to continue on in that area of the timeline or if it goes back again. I really don't know. Point is, though, this trailer was amazing because, first of all, just like another really long build-up kind of fake-out thing. The gradual, the slow reveal that this is Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Love it. But, like, the trailer reveals that this game is not what we expected, while somehow not really revealing anything about it at all. You know what I mean? Like, it gives, like, snippets of, like, the story and the location and, of course, an introduction to the character. But then, like, what is it, though? Like, what's different about it? And, you know, and they even did say something about, like, pushing the series to new limits. You know, something like the stuff we were talking about in the video about the Resident Evil 9 rumors before, about, like, kind of taking the series to a new, kind of reinventing the series. They hinted at that, but we just don't know in what way. We just don't know in what way at all. They didn't really reveal anything, and yet, you know what they did? You know what they did? They gave us a release date. They gave us a release date in the reveal trailer, and it's coming out in February. So, like, not even that far away. Capcom. I love you. I love you. I'm so glad you showed up to kind of half save Summer Game Fest. Crazy reveal. Crazy reveal. Not what I expected at all. Not really what anyone expected. And yet, like, I am so intrigued. I cannot wait to see more on this game. What do you do after 7 and 8? What do you do when you return back to the third person and you've done all these remakes and you've, like, just... where do you go? What do you do? I don't know, but I can't wait to see. So anyway, that was Summer Game Fest. Yeah, again, like, lots of good stuff. Resident Evil. Ill looked fantastic. Mina the Hollower. Lies of P. Shadow Drop. Lego Voyagers looked really good. There's good stuff in there. Just not enough. Just not enough. It's very long. It's very long. But that's all right. See you later. Have a wonderful day.